If you are living in Abuja or you have been following the movement around the presidential villa this past weekend, you know that something massive is cooking. We are not talking about the usual political visits. We are talking about a high-stakes security meeting that could change the future of Nigeria's sovereignty forever. You saw the headline, US military commander meets Tinubu. Well, today, Monday, February 9th, 2026, we can confirm that this meeting actually happened, and the details coming out of Aso Rock are raising more questions than answers. The big question on everyone's mind is simple. Is the United States finally setting up a military base in Nigeria to fight bandits, or are we being told a different story? We need to break this down immediately because the tension is palpable. On Sunday, February 8th, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu hosted a high-powered delegation from the United States Africa Command, AFRICOM. This wasn't a low-level diplomatic chat. The delegation was led by the AFRICOM commander himself, General Dagvin Anderson. They sat down with Nigeria's entire security hierarchy, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, and the service chiefs. When you see the who is who of the Nigerian military sitting across from the American generals, you know the agenda is serious. Now, why is this meeting causing such a stir? It is because of what happened just a few days ago. The United States officially confirmed that they have deployed a small team of military officers to Nigeria. General Anderson admitted this during a briefing, stating that this deployment is to augment what Nigeria is doing. But here is where it gets interesting. This admission comes barely 2 months after those mysterious airstrikes in Sokoto State on Christmas Day 2025, which were later linked to US precision targeting against iswap cells. So, connect the dots. First, we have airstrikes in the northwest. Then we have a small team of US boots on the ground. And now the AFRICOM commander is shaking hands with the president in the villa. It is no wonder that the rumors of a US military base are flying around like wildfire. People are asking, is this small team the advance party for a full-blown base? Are we about to see a Camp Lemonnier situation right here in Nigeria? The official response from the Nigerian Defense Headquarters, DHQ, has been swift. In a statement released just this past Thursday, the Director of Defense Information, Major General Samaila Uba, tried to calm the waters. He categorically denied that there is any plan for a foreign military base. He used the standard diplomatic language, calling it a long-standing and structured security partnership focused on intelligence sharing and capacity building. He insisted that everything is being done with full respect for Nigeria's sovereignty. But the streets are not buying it easily. We have seen protests in Kano this weekend. Members of the Islamic movement of Nigeria, the Shiites, took to the streets waving Nigerian flags and burning effigies, claiming that this is a plot to recolonize Nigeria under the guise of security. And they are not alone. The Northern Elders Forum has also voiced serious concerns. They are worried that inviting the US military into northern Nigeria will turn the region into a magnet for global terrorists. They are asking, if the US comes in to fight bandits, will the bandits get support from other international terror groups to fight back? Are we importing a global war into our backyard? On the other hand, there are many Nigerians who are tired. They are looking at the banditry in Zamfara, the kidnappings in Kaduna, and the terror in Katsina, and they are saying, if the Americans can fix this, let them come. The argument is that our local forces are stretched thin, and we need the superior technology, the drones, the satellite tracking, and the precision missiles that the US brings to the table. General Anderson mentioned that this new partnership brings unique capabilities. For a villager in Sokoto who hasn't slept in peace for years, those unique capabilities might sound like a prayer answered. I have to ask you, the viewer, because this is the debate that will define 2026. Do you trust this partnership? Do you think Nigeria should allow a US military base if it means ending banditry once and for all? Or is the cost to our sovereignty too high? I really want to read your honest thoughts in the comment section below. And please, if you want to keep getting these updates without the sugarcoating, do me a massive favor and click that like button right now. It helps us defeat the algorithm and show the truth to more Nigerians. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next breaking update. Welcome back. Let's look at the Trump factor. We cannot ignore the elephant in the room. Reports from international media suggest that this renewed pressure from Washington is coming directly from the US President, Donald Trump, who has been very vocal about protecting Christians in Nigeria. The airstrikes in December were reportedly ordered directly by him. This adds a political layer to the security issue. Is President Tinubu under pressure to accept this help to avoid sanctions or diplomatic wahala? The meeting on Sunday was described as strategic, but we noticed that the charge d'affaires of the US Embassy, Mr. Keith Heffin, was also there. This implies that the deal is political as well as military. We also have to talk about the risk. The US just pulled out of Niger and Chad not too long ago. They are looking for a new home in West Africa. Nigeria is the biggest prize. If they set up shop here, they have control over the Gulf of Guinea and a listening post for the entire Sahel. The critics say we are being used. The supporters say we are being saved. General Anderson has flown back, but the small team remains. We will be watching to see if this small team grows into a battalion. We will be watching to see if construction equipment starts moving into any remote airfields in the north. For now, the official word is no base, just help. But in international relations, help often comes with a very heavy price tag.